Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It's your girl. Oh my gosh, now we starting off with my voice escaping me. Do you see how there is never a dull moment here? It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley. Somebody edit that out. I'm like, oh my gosh. You can't make this up. Y'all, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Okay, we're going to talk about some hot topics in the headlines. Come on in. I hope y'all are feeling good. It is Thursday, honey. Come on in, y'all. Hey, Osmond, how are you? Hey, Jameer. Hey, Herbal Tea. Hey, Jazzy, of course. Hey, y'all. Hey, Dorothy. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. How y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? Oh, yes, it is a blessed day. It's a real blessed day. Hey, Dark Child. Hey, Ola, Nola. Thank you so much. Y'all come on in. Hey, Johnny. Hey, y'all come on in. How are y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling, honey? Osmond, how are you? Hey, guys. Hey, Betty. Hey, y'all. Come on in, honey. Come on in the room. I'm doing well. You're recovering from surgery. Oh, I hope you're feeling better, Johnny. I hope you're feeling better. Guys, I'm not going to be before y'all long, but I do want to talk about what's going on. There's a lot going on. Shamea is at the forefront of a lot of this foolery, okay? But first things first, let's get into the breaking news that just broke with the Atlanta reunion seating chart. As you all know, they are filming the Atlanta reunion today, okay? Baby, this is the seating chart. So we have two seating charts for Atlanta. This is the first one. So as you guys can see, Porsha and K. Michelle are first chair next to Andy. Then we have Angela and Kelly as second chair. Then we have Drew and Shamea as third chair. Then it's Phaedra and Pinky at the bottom, right? I'm going to let y'all know, I'm not surprised at K. Michelle being first chair. The nutty antics, I get it. Kelly is way too high up for me. Kelly should be at the bottom. If I'm going to be honest, I was expecting for Shamea to get second chair, Kelly to be dead last. Drew should be, now if I'm being honest, they need to reverse it. Drew should be second next to Porsha. Angela should be third. Because Angela, no shade, but this storyline with you and the daughter, it's a lot going on. We don't have any answers. Yeah, I think that the seating chart could be tweaked. I think that, even though Shamea is grating on my nerves, Shamea should be higher on the couch than Kelly. Yes, M Love. Hey, M Love. Thank you for the super chat. M Love Black. I'm shocked Shamea did not get first or second chair. It was that season to Sissy. Shout out to Alexander Rogers. Yes, shout out to Alex. I'm surprised too. Now, I'm not mad at her not getting first chair, but she did deserve to get second chair. Shamea, I know I've been hard on you because you've been on some BS. But I do feel like you were robbed of the second chair spot. Drew was robbed. Drew should be second chair over Angela, in my humble opinion. Yes, Drew and Angela switch. Shamea and Kelly switch. I agree. Phaedra should be on Zoom. Phaedra's brought nothing. Now, we have the second chart, and we have Miss Cynthia. Now, I'm not mad at this. Cynthia is second in command, honey. Do you see that? You see how it's now Porsha and Cynthia? I'm not mad at that. Cynthia has been carrying like she is full-time again. I'm not mad at this. I hope that Cynthia is there for parts 2 and 3. Miss Cynthia deserves to sit in pretty much for the whole reunion. It is Cynthia's show. I'm not mad at this, honey. I'm not mad. Come on, Cheekbones. I forgot Phaedra was there. Same here. No, she put in work. She worked for her check, honey. She worked. She worked this season. Oh, she worked. Cynthia being closer than Shamea. Yeah, I agree. I'm not mad at the seating chart. The fact they made the girl scoot down for Queen Cynthia, honey. High Cutie Cent should have been out there the whole time. I agree. I think they're going to bring Cynthia out for the end of the first part, and then she'll probably stay for the entire time. Cynthia's doing what Porsha should be doing. Cynthia worked for her check more than Drew. Phaedra did okay. Cynthia needs her peach back. I think that Cynthia will get her peach back. I won't be surprised if Andy offers her a full-time peach for next season. Yeah, honey. Oh, Andy loves Cynthia down. Andy loves her. Like, and he's even said that Cynthia's one of his favorites. So Cynthia, girl, you ate this, honey. She deserves it. She deserves second chair. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad. Hey, Biomiss, thank you for the super chat. Shamea, do you know you have 30 minutes? Because baby, third chair over Kelly, Andy, boo, tomato, tomato. Listen, let me tell you something. Shamea, it's not looking good for you, sister, because you being third chair when you've been in the bulk of the drama, mama, you're sitting over there talking about Drew's going to be booted out, but the writings on the wall are giving that you're about to be out of here. It's no shade. First of all, let me start by saying this, because I want to segue into the Shamea portion of it all in the next 5 minutes. If this show is bringing Shamea so much angst and woe and anxiety and sadness and pain and strife and confusion, if she's crying herself to sleep at night, then get off the show. Drew isn't going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. She's not. Hey, cool nerd. Thank you for the super chat. What did Drew give to be second chair? She brought a lot more than a lot of these ladies. Drew can hold her own. Drew holds her own, honey, listen, say what you want. I think that she should have been second chair. Angela in this storyline with the daughter that we still don't have a real answer about. We don't really know the full story. It's been bits and pieces, stunts and shows. Drew is giving more with her fun little quips and her light shade and banter with Porsha versus Angela. And also Drew does have a storyline. K. Michelle having this one-sided beef with her. So if we want to get into it, Drew has a lot going on. The girls make her the punching bag for no reason, and she holds her own every time. Yes, honey, Drew can read and is quick with the clapback. She is. Hey, the life of Samad. Thank you for the super chat. We're not going to act like Shamea's first year performance last year was piss poor. Okay, Samad, let's talk about it. Samad, let's get into it. Let's get into it today, because Shamea's first chair performance last season was a bust. So let's be for real now. I'm not mad at K. Michelle getting first chair over her. Hopefully K. Michelle gives us something. Also, y'all better like the video. Yes, y'all, make sure to like the video, y'all. Liking the video is free, okay? It doesn't cost you anything. Make sure to hit that like button, all right? So hit that like button as you come in the room. If you forgot to like it right now, all right? Thank you. And yes, honey, you said you better get your tickets for the live show. Thank you, Samad. Listen, y'all, the tickets are selling out. We have 12 tickets left, honey. Get your ticket. It's going to be such a good time. If you don't know, if you're new here, if you've been under a rock, I am hosting my own live show 3 weeks away here in New York City at the Green Room 42 on July 17th at 9:30 p.m. It's going to be a time, y'all. I can't wait. Live stream tickets are available as well. Everything is in the description box below to purchase your tickets, live stream or the live show tickets. We're going to have a good time because I got some stories for y'all that I've been sitting on. We're going to have some kitchen table talk about some of this stuff. So listen, y'all, I can't wait. I'm really excited to meet y'all, hug y'all, shake your hands, look you in the eye. It's going to be lit. All right. Hold on, wait. Okay. Hey, hey, Siglenda Woods. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Betty, thank you for the super chat. Drew annoys me, but she made K. Michelle clock in and got under her skin. Yes, listen, I like Drew. I am a Drew fan over here. So I'm here for it. She gets the girls together, and the girls come for her, and they lose all the time. Hey, KM Bax, thank you for the super chat. Shamea acts like it's a gang up on her this season. Baby, talk to Katie, Janella, Stacy, and Drew. This is child's play. I agree. Hey, M Love Black always. Thank you for the super chat. Been the punching bag since she joined. Hopefully Drew's new manager negotiates better terms for her next season. I agree. Now, y'all, You said a new castmate having one-sided beef with you is not a storyline. Still like Drew though. Well, it is a storyline because if you're talking to me crazy, you're giving me relevance, right? You talking about me in every scene, that's giving me attention. And that's keeping my name hot in the streets and on the show. So I feel like it is a storyline. It might not be her personal storyline, but it is a storyline nonetheless that I have a crazy castmate who's over there talking to herself, talking about me. So, and now I get to talk about how crazy that person looks. And I mean, the meetups between Drew and K. Michelle and them all going awry all the time due to K. Michelle's nonsense. I think it does give you her a storyline. Just my 2 cents. My 2 cents, child. Kelly's gonna be second chair dressed in what exactly? Another t-shirt. Now hold on. One of y'all had me screaming so loud. You said, Kelly, it's time for you to what did you you said something. You said, Kelly, here's a tip for you. You said take up knitting, it's free. The Ramada Inn for hotel and lodging. I could not stop laughing. I said, you are so shady to say the Ramada Inn is what Kelly needs. You said H&M, Zara, Ramada Inn, and take up knitting as your hobby. I screamed so loud. That comment sent me over. Well, no, they wouldn't show them. They wouldn't show the fashions right now. They're not going to show us their gowns until maybe 2 weeks before the reunion airs. Okay. So yeah, no, that's standard where they don't show the fashions right now. Now listen, y'all. Since we're on the topic of Atlanta and the Shamea of it all, I watched Shamea on Angela Yee's radio show that took place on Tuesday. I have some clips for y'all. I'm going to play them. They're 5 minutes long, right? Before we get into that, let me start off by saying, Shamea, you are going about everything all wrong. And I know that they tore you up. I know they're tearing you up today because the reunion's still going on, right? You guys are still filming right now as I'm speaking. I know Porsha, Angela, and Drew have worn you out today. Because between the Carlos King interview that dropped last week, now Angela Yee's interview that dropped on Tuesday, you are talking a lot. And Shamea, the biggest thing about this is Porsha does not even say your name in any of her interviews. So you look like a scorned ex-best friend who can't get over the friendship dissolving, and Porsha is going on her merry way, not thinking about you. If I were you, I would take a page out of Porsha's playbook and I would be paying her dust. I would not be talking about her. Shamea, I watched the entire interview. I can tell this show is really wearing on you because you were on defense mode the entire time. And the amount of times that you kept interrupting Angela Yee, Angela Yee could barely get the question out and you're interrupting her. I just feel like if the show is causing you this much pain, and hold on, because some of y'all were in the comments when I talked about her Carlos King interview saying, oh, Brooke, why are you being so mean to Shamea? I thought you liked her. It's not about disliking somebody. I like Shamea. I want Shamea to win, but I can acknowledge that she's going about things the wrong way. Is that like, so because I say, Shamea, maybe keep your mouth shut, that's being mean and nasty? Like, I need some of y'all to get your emotions out of it. Stop, like, just listen to what's being said. Stop listening to attack and listen with an ear that wants to hear. Nobody is attacking Shamea. Nobody wants Shamea to fail. At least I don't. Nobody's preying on her downfall over here. What I'm saying is, there are so many ways that Shamea can turn this around and win, and she's going about it in a very loser-like fashion. That's it. That's all. But Shamea, all throughout this interview, you kept interrupting Angela Yee, and it was really painful to watch. And you kept saying, I mean, I hate to call you a victim, but the constant woe is me and let's grab the tiniest violin about I'm being ganged up on and how come, the fans don't like me. And, it's all the excuses in the book, but you're not acknowledging your part in things. And I just need you to say, you know what, I was wrong for that, this, and the third. But it's too much of, well, how come they get to say that and I can't say that? Let me play you all the clips. We're going to reconvene and talk about it after the clips are played. All right. So I'm going to play you guys the first clip. Shout out to No Chaser TV. One of the clips is from No Chaser TV. I really appreciate No Chaser. Always has the best clips. Okay. I'm going to play you this clip first and I'll play you the second one next. Wait. Okay, here we go. So as you guys can see, those are the two clips. First things first, I was highlighting your comments as the clips were playing. You guys hit it on the head. Like you all said, my exact thoughts. Did you guys notice in those 5 minutes that I played, did you guys see and notice how she was interrupting Angela? So imagine a 42, I think it was what the interview was, I think 39 minutes, 42 minutes, something like that, less than an hour. But it was hard listening to the interview because every few minutes she was always interrupting Angela. And I was like, my God. I was like, oh my good. I was like, well, Angela Yee and her are actual friends, in real life. So I guess Angela doesn't mind her interrupting, but oh my gosh, I can see you interrupt every now and again, but it was every single time. It was like, oh my gosh, Shamea, I say this with love. I mean, I can't say, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm not going to belabor the point. Honestly and truthfully, I wish that you would say, when it comes to the whole thing about the shade and this season, the perfect answer would be, you know how it is on Atlanta. We shade each other. Everybody gets it. She gets whacked. I get whacked. We move on. We're a great ensemble cast and keep it pushing. That's why Porsha wins in the court of public opinion, because even if Porsha is beefing with somebody, she will always big up the cast. Anytime when they ask Porsha in an interview, if she's on Sherry Shepherd, The View, whatever show she's on, E! News, Entertainment Tonight, Extra, every time they interview her, she will always say, I love all the girls, despite if we get along or not, we need everybody to make a show. She'll never bash anybody saying, oh, they need to go or they need to be fired. She always gives props to everybody. And that's why Porsha wins on camera and off camera. You're over here bashing people, saying who needs to be fired when you're on the chopping block yourself. And then you're upset when people have a visceral reaction to you. If you took a page out of Porsha's playbook, you could win. And Shamea, you would really win people over if you say, you know what, girl? Hey, I said this. She got me back. It's what we do. No hard feelings. That's how the game is played. We all shade each other. But you playing the victim role is not doing you any favors. And you just failed to realize that. And the entirety of the interview was, let's break out the world's tiniest violin for Shamea. You went on and on for a good 10 minutes of the interview, complaining and whining and wailing about how the show's taking a toll on you and how, they gang up on you. Nobody understands you. There's double standards. Porsha's able to do that. How come you can't say that? You didn't take accountability for the whole happy pride comment. Angela Yee asked you, oh, did you see how Porsha said to you, happy pride? Like, happy pride to you too. Can't wait to see you at the reunion. And you were like, yeah, I don't know why she was mad at that comment, because listen, it's June, right? And June is pride. So for her to shade me back, it's like, oh my gosh, Shamea, just admit that when you said that happy pride comment that you were being shady. Just say that. It's like, well, isn't she dating a woman? She is bisexual. So how come it's like, Shamea, stop playing on our intelligence. Just own it. You were being shady. It was light shade. If you would say, you know what, it was a light shady comment, I was just being silly, we could all respect that. But this whole thing about, how come the people are mad at me? And it is Pride Month. It's like, Shamea, there's no ownership. There is no ownership whatsoever. Just stand in it. Thank you. Thank you. She was being shady with it. You said she's not playing the victim. She's stating what most of us see, jealousy because a dark-skinned woman is married. Well, no, that's not the case in this instance. That's not the case in this instance. She is playing victim because she's shady and they shade her back. This is not a case of where it's like on Potomac. Everybody loves seeing Shamea doing well. I've said it before. Shamea is fabulous representation for dark-skinned Black women. She looks beautiful, the body snatched, beautiful face, but there is a victim mentality. Two things can be true. I'm happy that she married well, beautiful family, beautiful kids. Gerald seems like he is a good husband. I know I make fun of him on my recaps, but this is not what it is. I'm being very honest. I don't think that this is the case. I will say that on Atlanta, I've never gotten colorism vibes on Atlanta ever. That is one thing that I never got from Atlanta. Everybody gets whacked. Nene got whacked. Cynthia's had her day. The darkest to the lightest on the show, everybody got it. So I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. I think that Shamea is playing victim and she'd be better off standing in what she said versus throwing rocks and hiding her hands, period. So, yes, we were praising Shamea in the beginning of the season. Exactly. You said Shamea had the audience first part of last season. She lost because of her victim mentality. Exactly. She said she shades back and they are shady too, but y'all seem to have a problem with Shamea's shade. Nobody has an issue with Shamea's shade. She just doesn't stand in it. That's it. Now, Shamea, if you have your people in the live, that's fine and great and all. But it's funny because a lot of y'all who are trying to be contrarians, I've never seen you before. So you guys came in the chat to be. Thank you. Drew's been getting it for years. Exactly. And Drew's not dark. Drew's medium complected. So let's be honest. Think about this. Let me say this, Greg. Even though I could not stand Britt Edie, I will say that whole situation between Shamea and Britt, Shamea was wrong for that. Remember how it was the donations to Grenada and Britt brought here are the sirens. Now all of Shamea's people trying it in the chat, honey. The sirens are coming to get you if you want to get nasty in this chat. Okay? All right. Even though I did not like Britt, and Britt was delusional and tacky for not having any food at that country club party, but I digress. Shamea was wrong to publicly embarrass Britt over the donations. Britt told her privately, I did not know that there was $1,000 limit for a $1,000 minimum for the giveaway, for the charity work, right? You talk to somebody about that in private, they clear it up, they send you some more money for the charity. When it comes to charitable donations, that's not a public conversation. That was really messed up of Shamea to do that. Right, wrong, or indifferent about Britt Edie, you don't do that. And that was really nasty work for her to try to embarrass her about her not, giving enough to the charity. She already told you the reasons in private. Then for you to do that and then play victim when Britt snapped at you, let's start there. Shamea does some really shady things and then tries to play victim when people call her out on it. Just saying. So Shamea knew what she was doing. I agree. I agree that Shamea should stand on it. In it. I hate that Britt was right in that situation. I agree, but Angela's more mad at Shamea than Porsha. P. Willie did apologize, but ain't no coming back too much from saying that you'll F my husband. Now that's way too far. Listen, I'm not denying that what Porsha said wasn't right. I get that. I think that with Porsha, one thing about it, Porsha will apologize when her back is up against the wall. She will say, you know what? I'm sorry. Like, that was wrong of me. I'm sorry I effed up. Shamea, on the other hand, will apologize. Then she takes it back. Then she'll apologize again. Then she takes it back again. I think that with Porsha, Angela's able to respect her because Porsha said, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She went on a radio show just to bash Drew's album. I agree. Phaedra handled the situation how Shamea should have. Shamea tried to shame when private counsel would have been kind. Yes, because Phaedra said, Phaedra was gentle. Now, Phaedra, one of the few times I'll give you your propers, when that whole charity debacle happened last season, Phaedra was very sweet. She said, just a rule of thumb going forward, when you're in these elevated circles, the minimum donation that you should donate is $1,000. Anything less than that is tacky, and folks will side-eye you. So just a tip from me to you. The next time there's a charity event, you have to cut a check, make sure that it is at the minimum $1,000. And that was sweet of her to say, hey girl, I'm looking out for you, big sis to little sis. Just so you know, I understand. But just going forward, make sure that check is at least has a comma in it. At the very least, it has to be $1,000 going forward. That was some sisterly stuff. What Shamea did to Britt, that was cruel, and that was just evil. You don't embarrass somebody about what they donated. That, and especially if she talked to you about it in private, off camera, that was really messed up. Shamea wants to be liked so bad instead of living in her truth. Shamea has the money to pay bots. I'm surprised she didn't do it sooner. It was real quiet last year because Phaedra is used to writing checks for charity. Shamea seems to take issue with how people see her. She's asking things and goes back on it and lies about her behavior. Shamea was showing off. She's been confronting everybody about Porsha since she and Porsha fell out. Oh, if my memory serves me right, Kenya was the darkest skinned one, and she got dragged every single time. Yeah, I never heard her bringing up colorism. Listen, we can get into that. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. Let me know if you want to talk. That is a conversation that can be had. There is a conversation that can be had. If we want to get into it, we can talk about it. Shamea does need to stop worrying about the public opinion and stop trying to explain herself, in my opinion. And that's what I'm going to name some people that we might not care for. The best celebrities and the best housewives are the ones who say, this is what it is. I don't give an F you like me or don't. And they move on with their day. Someone who does an excellent job of this, Giselle Bryant on Potomac. Giselle knows that she is the villain. She knows that she is hated by a good chunk of the fan base, and she does not care. And if she does care, she'll never let us see that. Shamea needs to get in her bag. The same thing with Porsha. Whether you love Porsha, don't like her, you're indifferent, Porsha does not care. And the best housewives, from Giselle, Porsha, Tamra, Kenya, when she was on the show, the best housewives stand in it and they do not pay attention to what we're saying. Unless it's something horrible, then they'll step in and defend themselves. But for the most part, they'll let it roll off their backs. Shamea, if you want to stay in this game, you have to let this roll off your back. I just feel like if she would pay the audience dust, she could go so much further, period. Nene, especially in season 11. Yes, Ramona, they don't try to play victim. Yes, Teresa from Jersey. Exactly. Bethany, Tamra, that's what she said on the show. Exactly. I was rooting for Shamea at the beginning and now I'm disappointed. I agree. Shamea was set up to win on the show, but she dropped the ball. Yes, exactly. And see, that's why I'm not here for all of this. Let's coddle Shamea. Shamea was set up to be the newest darling of Bravo. The way she was introduced as a full-time housewife last year, they set it up for her to win. She fumbled the bag on her own. So let's be honest here. She did. You guys are right. Trying to set up a posse to help her address a 10-year-old issue she had with Porsha. She thought folks would eat that up, but it failed. Exactly. The crying in the confessionals is crazy. I think Shamea is really upset because Angela and Drew were able to make up with Porsha and she wasn't. Oh, for sure. That's a huge chunk of it. Yes, she does. She does do a good job of it. She's completely, I mean, when I tell you she's just so happy for the check, she does not care. That's why I always say, don't even speak her name. We're not going to talk about her because she is the definition of, as long as you're talking about me, that helps me out. And that's the attitude to have if you want to make it in showbiz. So Shamea's best bet would be to be indifferent and not even talk about Drew, Angela, or Porsha or anybody on these interviews. Talk about herself. Now, I will say this. Is it self-sabotage on her part? It might be. It might be. Yes, I agree. I agree with you 100%. Before I forget, she did reveal in the interview with Angela Yee that her rum company, Rum Bum, is now on halt. It's on pause right now. I'm not surprised. I could have told you that whole rum idea was not going to be and that's not trying to down anybody's dreams, but Shamea in that business meeting that we saw her in 10 episodes ago, she was so unserious. Her not doing her research, her not knowing that peaches don't grow in Grenada. Shamea wasn't serious. Shamea, it's a blessing in disguise that the rum is on pause because I feel like that was going to be a complete time waster and a money pit, and that was going to be a bust. So God is doing you a favor that it's on pause for right now. So liquor is not a profitable business venture for many celebs. Agreed. And we have so many. Even Porsha's business, Porsha does take her business seriously. People don't drink rum like that. You said dream. Now, Brooke, that was an afternoon thought. Child, clap if you cared. The booty rum on pause like Dorinda. That was the first thing that came to my mind when she said that it's on pause. I said, oh, like Dorinda Medley, honey. Oh, a peach prosecco. Now, Shamea, if you're watching this video, if you're watching this live, get into a peach prosecco and make sure to give Jacob their 10%. And give me my 5% because it was set on my platform. Shamea, you're better off getting into a prosecco. That would sell because we love a prosecco over here. Now, Shamea, get into that because that whole rum idea, no. Child, you said Shamea's people take notes. Wait, now hold on. Let me get a glass of that. Get away from me with this Apollo. Ooh, that sounds fab. No, it does sound fab. She'd have to be a mega star or collab with a huge brand like Virgin or Hilton to get it out. Yes, Meg, Beyonce, and Ciara do good because they are super famous. Exactly. Like, think about it. Shamea, and that was my other point about her going into the rum business. Shamea, when it comes to star quality and where she is on the list, Shamea is now famous enough for us to care and buy into a liquor. And I feel like when you think of somebody like Lisa Vanderpump, like look at Lisa Vanderpump. Lisa Vanderpump just opened up. She has her 9th restaurant. She has 4 restaurants in Vegas. She has the Vanderpump Hotel just opened up. Like Lisa Vanderpump has star power. Like if we want to talk about housewives who have transcended the game and they're like celebrities in their own right, Lisa Vanderpump is definitely one of those ones. And I don't think Shamea has a Lisa Vanderpump-esque quality where folks are going to be invested in buying that rum. So again, Shamea, it's a blessing in disguise that the whole thing is on pause because that was going to be a big waste of money. I would go to her hotel. LVP is that girl. You said, I don't buy LVP's liquor either, but I'm actually a fan of hers. Ain't nobody buying ass-shaped rum. Shamea can do a City Trends fashion line. Maybe that was being a bit messy towards Cynthia. Cynthia has a tequila company. She's trying to launch a rum company. Well, I mean, the joke's on her because look at it. Now, hers is on pause. Cynthia's is on the shelves. And Shamea, I'm curious to find out how things went between you and Cynthia, because Miss Cynthia gathered you up on her podcast the other day. She responded to your shade, and baby, she gave you a nice nasty read. So and because she said Shamea has bigger fish to fry and more things to be worried about than me. I thought we were cool. So Shamea, I know Cynthia probably tore you up at this reunion tonight. Just a mess, honey. Just a hot mess. You said Gerald can't buy everything. Cynthia's tequila is on the shelves and she's second chair over Shamea. You said nothing about Shamea screams rum. Shamea is picking fights and losing them all. I know. And Cynthia's mouth is, Cynthia knows how to read. Cynthia is not a quiet wallflower, honey. Cynthia knows when to get it started. So I just said, Shamea, I hope you're ready. I really do. I hope that you're not over here crying on that couch, because I'm sure that reunion we still probably have 2 more hours of that reunion left. I'm sure it's been a long day for you. And you were on Angela Yee talking about, I'm ready for the reunion. I'm ready. I'm ready. It's not going to be like last year. Because you even admitted that last season at the reunion, you didn't bring your A game, but you swore up and down that you're ready for today, and that you're going to read all of them and you can't wait. It's going to be a gang up on you and you're prepared. You have your notes and your receipts. So let's see if that's the case. Let's see, honey. Cynthia tapped her on the wrist and said, move on. She sure did. I better not see no crocodile tears. She is crying as we speak. My God. Shamea does have a beautiful voice. Yeah, she does. She's a beautiful woman. Shamea's going to get dragged again this reunion. Cynthia is classy with her reads. Shamea cares too much to redeem herself, and no one cares about her enough to. Cynthia said she was a housewife. Yep. Not waiting on the sidelines for yes. Cynthia packed her up good. She said, baby, I was on since season 3. Because she said you were waiting on the sidelines. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can find the clip, y'all, because I want to play it for you. Cynthia was not playing with Miss Shamea. Wait, hold on, y'all. If I can find the clip, I will upload it and I will show it to y'all, because she took no prisoners. Okay, wait, here it is. I have it right here. Hold on. Because I want y'all to hear the read for yourselves and you let me know. Okay? A friend of who's second chair. Listen, honey. Cynthia said this on Monday on her podcast with Crystal. Hold on. I have it right here.
Say, because even though you're quote only a friend, I saw that interview with Shamea and Carlos, our boy King. Yeah. I'm a little surprised she was shady about you when he asked her about her, the good and the bad, or what she didn't expect. Were you surprised that you were the one? I'm not
surprised.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not. I think that at the end of the day, I think that I don't want to go into too much, but the good news is she watches our show. She watches our podcast, because she said that she was watching our podcast and we were talking about the whole like foot thing and all that stuff, which I thought was like, I don't think I went too hard. I just basically said, I also have big feet. And, after a while, it's just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't really drag it. You know what I'm saying? Or her, but whatever.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, like, watch the past seasons. Watch this season. I mean, people are going real hard. That's like
well,
light.
I definitely feel like she has bigger fish to fry than me, for sure. I'm like,
I thought you were going to say bigger feet.
Well, that too. She's got bigger shoes to fill, I guess, bigger feet to put socks on.
That's right.
Or whatever. So,
but I thought that it was ironic, because it's like she was trying to be shady about you, but like, when he asked, what housewife surprised you, whatever. And she's like, well, Cynthia, but like, she's not a housewife, she's a friend. And I'm like, yeah, Shamea, because put some respect on my girl's name. You're the one bringing her up. Yeah, you're obviously doing all the work. So don't worry. I'll go to the reunion for you.
You know what? After you've been a housewife for over a decade and you started off as a housewife and not a friend, it just kind of is like, is it really shade? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was on the sidelines
Not at all.
years and then finally got my peep. So I think it's a moot point, really.
It
so,
is.
Yeah.
So, y'all, that was the clip. Shout out again to No Chaser TV for the clip. Cynthia, baby, she said, honey, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. After being a full-time housewife for over a decade, you got bigger fish to fry, mama. Don't come for me, honey. You just got on the show after being on the sidelines for years. I spent a decade as a full-timer. You spent a decade on the sidelines. Now check that. Now what else is going on? So, Shamea, I'm prayerful that you are holding your own today and fighting the good fight. Because I know that Cynthia is probably turning you every which way but loose. Shamea, if you would just listen and take and apply the notes, you could win. Like, if you just applied the notes, you do know that you could be a top tier housewife. Like, you have the material and you have the ingredients to be a phenomenal housewife. You are the one getting in your own way. Like, if you just took it down and really just stood in it and didn't back down and didn't backpedal, you could really be that housewife. I'm so serious. Like, Bravo primed you and they prepped you last season to be that girl. You were supposed to be neck and neck with Porsha and you fumbled it. If you would apply the notes, if you do come back next season for a third season, I really think that you need to apply the notes. I really do. You have what it takes, but you're getting in your own way. And I don't know if it's self-sabotage, low self-esteem, is it low confidence? What is it? Do you inherently feel like you're in Porsha's shadow? There's something that's blocking you from being a top tier housewife. You have it in you, I feel. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore, honey. I don't know what to say. You said Shamea does not want to win. Shamea is only saving grace for this reunion is Kelly chiming her annoying self in between arguments. She's been insecure her whole life. Doesn't have the personality. If Shamea wants to succeed, she needs to rekindle her friendship with Porsha. It's all that. Imposter syndrome. Damn. You said Shamea about to get red like Kim Zolciak at the season 10 reunion. A mess. Cynthia's going to take Rum Booty out. It's crazy because Shamea was really supposed to win. I agree. Maybe she really is just this unlikable. Low confidence and self-esteem. She can't stand on her own. You said Godspeed, honey. She doesn't want to take the time, Brooke. She wants to be OG famous. It doesn't want to work for it. Damn. We need to have the Shamea and Porsha Williams sit down so they can apologize to each other and be friends again instead of Shamea trying to take Porsha Williams' spot. Her insecurities. Oh, you said it's just not, she don't have that dog in her. It's just not in her, you're saying. So I have more hope for her. So you really feel like she doesn't have it? I feel like it's in there. You just got to pull it out, but you're saying she don't have it. Damn. Child, I want Porsha to keep paying her dust. I think if Candy was here, she'd be okay. Shamea wants to be everybody but herself. First she was Porsha, now she's Kelly. Next season she'll be Gerald. Shamea needs to realize that people are not against her all the time. They gave Shamea more promo than Drew. They did. You said, I don't think she was being shady with that comment. Carlos legit asked her which housewife surprised you. She's not trying to get another op by making shady comments. That's a fair, you know what? That's a fair assessment. I do think in that moment, looking back on it, when Carlos asked her about her and Cynthia, I didn't think that she was being shady. I think, you know what it is? I think that maybe Cynthia's annoyed because it's like, well, girl, if you felt this way, why didn't you tell me that your feelings were hurt when we were still filming. Why are you waiting 6 months later to talk about this, or 8 months later to talk about this on Carlos King's show? I think it might be she feels blindsided, like, really, you couldn't just tell me this in person? Shamea's making the same mistake as Marlo, self-sabotage. Brooke, you're being very generous. I'm actually okay with Shamea and Porsha being enemies. That's real. I don't like them avoiding one another and trying to sweep the stuff under the rug. That's fake. You said everybody cannot be a leader, and that's Shamea's problem. That's a good point. I'm tired of the bathroom jokes. I am too. Being unlikable is okay. We saw her read Phaedra. You said bring Candy back. Let's see. Portia's low-key intimidating Shamea. That lady is mean and knows how to wear Shamea down. It's in Shamea, but she's portraying to be Christ-like. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny today. Shamea wants to be an alpha. You said a person who cannot be critiqued or doesn't take constructive criticism is egotistical and potentially dangerous. Shamea said in an interview that Angela set the whole Junebug situation outing Charles up. My question is, what was original beef with Drew and Shamea? Why did Shamea start? That's what I'm lost on that. When I tell you, I'm so confused about that too. Sometimes you can be your worst enemy. I agree. They need a Little Housewives boot camp. Go ahead and start it, Brooke. The girls need you before their debut. I think Shamea is a self-fulfilling prophecy. She thinks everybody hated her from the start and does things to make them confirm it. I could see that. You said it's not in her. Shamea backtracks on all her attempts at shade. She doesn't have it. Name one good read Shamea has had. I can't think of not one. You said, to be honest, I think that Porsha wants to be cool with Shamea, but she probably wants Shamea to stop trying to play victim. I agree. I remember last season Shamea said Porsha apologized to her. Damn, it's above us now. You said Drew fought for her peach this season by taking on everything coming her way. Shamea started on Drew because of Porsha. Now Porsha and Drew are cool. You said when Shamea said it to Phaedra, a youthful side to Auntie, that was a good read. Yeah, that was a good read. You said expired cheerleader was cute. Then she went and did interviews. I was watching Taria the other day. Shout out to Taria from the What Else Is Going On podcast. That's my girl here on YouTube, y'all. She said that Shamea said in her interview that she took on Porsha's beef with Drew last season. Yeah, Shamea said the same. Yeah, I watched Carlos King's interview. She did say that. She said that again on Angela Yee. That she's so shocked because she took on the beef because of Porsha. Like, when I tell you that I'm so tired, I am so tired. It's a broken record at this point. Blanche is right. She's truly not made for this. And that's okay. I think it's okay to admit that everything is not for everybody, right? Everybody is not supposed to be this reality TV star. I think that Shamea, on paper, Shamea should be a huge housewife, but I don't think that she's cut out for it. And that's no shade, but everybody's not built to be a star. Like, and again, that's just no shade. I know that she wants to be famous. She said that herself, that from the time she was little, she wanted to be famous, but I just think that it might not be for her. She might not be cut out for it. I don't know. She should go and enjoy her life. I agree. You said Brooke's lack of experience. Shamea didn't think it would have been this hard. She also didn't account for ruin her friendship with P. Willie. I agree. Yes, because she even said, because Angela Yee asked her, is the Housewives not what you expected? And she was like, well, it's just so hard. It's just so hard. But here's my thing. I have spoken to so many of the Housewives, and one of the questions that I've always asked them is it what you expected it to be? The majority of them said that they were prepped, that it was going to be difficult, and they prepared their minds for it. And then you have the folks like you have the Shameas and the Angels who were like, honestly and truthfully, I thought it was going to be a lot different. I think that Shamea falls in that category of she thought it was going to be easy and had no idea that it was going to be hard. Because they say as a friend of, being a friend of is easy. You get all the perks without having to be in the drama. Nobody argues with you unless you want them to argue with you. You get to be on the cast trips. You get to be at BravoCon, Watch What Happens Live. You get all the perks of being a housewife. And you have the fame and notoriety, but you just don't have the title card, and you don't have the tagline, and that's fine. But I feel like people they underestimate how ruthless it becomes when you become a housewife. The rules change. So Stacey came prepared. The girl should take notes. Yes, it's very true. It's not for the faint of heart. The level of fame that she desires, she would be scrutinized, criticized all the time. Yeah, I think that she severely underestimated how ruthless it really is. Maybe Shamea's cut out to be famous, but not reality star famous. I think, and that might be it too. Maybe going on Broadway. I think I could see Shamea on Broadway. I think that maybe that's what it is. I don't think that being a reality star is her portion. Shamea, she was thriving as a friend of. I agree. I love Shamea on the show. What I don't like is Porsha making up lies. Bringing Dennis back on the show just for a storyline, and Angela, she's not a good fit. She can't read people down. That's a great point. We don't want... You are so funny. This just shows that friend of should stay friend of, except Cynthia. Well, yeah, Cynthia, it's different when a full-time housewife for years becomes a friend of. It's totally different because they know how to play the game on both ends. I think that it's much harder when a friend of now becomes a full-timer. Yes, I think, yes, she would be great on either Broadway or one of y'all said yes. Oh, yes, I think a game show. She would be great to host like Family Feud or the game. I think, yes, Shamea, you would be a great host on the Game Show Network. Like The Price is Right. Yes, it's very much Wayne Brady energy. I agree with that. That's a great comparison. I think that her hosting a game show would be perfect for her. Like all those game shows, look into that. And that's a good check. Shamea, that's a great check. That's a steady check. That's a nice check. Okay? Get into that. I agree. The girls need to be okay with being a friend of. I agree with that. No, you have to bring a lot as a housewife, and they don't understand. You have to host the parties. You have to give your blood for a housewife to be a full timer. I mean, a friend of sounds more and more appealing every single day because you can, if you want to be in the drama, you can be in it. But for the most part, they're not going to start drama with you. You get to go on all the trips. You get all the perks of being a housewife, but it's the perfect, you don't have to talk about your business if you don't want to. You get to keep your mystery. You don't have to divulge your business. It's perfection. You said, I don't agree that Shamea is underestimated. She was in the orbit for years and contributed to Mess, R.E. Eva, and Missy Elliott. Oh, that is true. And hold on, one of you sent a super chat talking about that. That's very true. I forgot about that. Shamea was real messy with that whole Eva being with Missy Elliott. I remember that. That was real messy. You said, I thought she was lame as a friend of too. Damn. It's a safe check, honey. Friends of are meant to help make the viewers understand the drama. I agree. Gerald would love that for her. You said she doesn't have to kiss anybody. I could see Shamea on those summer celebrity game shows like Fox or ABC. I agree. Yes, Housewives is 20 years in the game. There is a blueprint already set. Shamea needs to play the game right. I agree. Wait, hold on, y'all, because one of y'all made a really great point about that. Let me read these super chats, y'all. I'm behind in them. You said, Oh, hey, Saglenda Woods. Thank you for the super chat. Kelly needs to go. Hope she's not in that dreadful My Dwight voice Tom Ford t-shirt at the reunion. Hopefully she did a lot better. Hopefully. Hey, Love Black. Thank you for the super chat. Best thing Kay would have done was pay Drew dust. Kay wanted to get at Drew by mentioning Black, being in her DMs, very mean girl, and for no reason. I agree. Hey, Winter B, thank you for the super chat. Shamea is the same one who said Eva was sleeping with a woman while married. Yes. Now she's mad it's her turn. She's a perpetual victim. Yes. Thank you. You just said what another subscriber said about she was messy about Eva and Missy Elliott getting together. You're right. Listen, Shamea, you're not innocent either. You've been really messy. So for all the Shamea stans who are coming in here talking crazy in the chat, did you forget about that? Shamea was a friend of, and Eva ate her up because she was like, are you serious? Like, why would you bring that up? A mess. Don't forget what she did to Kenya. Yes. I did not forget that. And I was watching a rerun came on. It was, I want to say it was the season when they went to Greece and Nene and Kenya were beefing. It was the season when Kenya came back on after being let go for not showing her wedding. And Porsha had that event for the March of Dimes, and they all went around sharing about they had miscarriages, and Shamea was messy and shared the story of how when she had an emergency, the first person that she called was Kenya, and Porsha was like, that was messy. If you and I are best friends, why would you call up Kenya and not me? So Shamea has done a lot of slick stuff. I'm just saying, Shamea's, and I was like, damn, I was like, oh, Shamea's been messy for a long time. And there was no reason for her to even tell that part of the story. All she had to say was, that happened to me. It was horrible. But for her to add that she called up Kenya, that felt very messy. Such a sad story. And here you are bringing mess and confusion. Remember that? The second half of season 12. Yes. Shamea ain't innocent. Yeah. That's so funny that you said that, because Bravo was playing the reruns of that season the other day. And I was sitting up there watching that. And I said, Shamea's been messy. Drinking the Kenya Moore hair care said it was water. Yes, that was nasty. Yeah, she's not used to being held accountable. I agree. Shamea's always been messy. The people always said Shamea and Porsha are two sides of the same coin. That was season 12, the episode before the season finale. Yes. Hey, Dark Child, thank you for the super chat. I think her downfall sharply began at that silly event Britt threw at the golf course when Shamea started frantically barking. Yes, as a comeback to Drew's lapdog comment. Yeah, that was when I was like, Shamea, what is going on here? I was definitely side-eyeing Shamea when she embarrassed Britt about the donations in Grenada after Britt had already had a conversation with her privately about that. You don't do that. Certain things you don't do. When it comes to giving, it's one thing to say, hey girl, just as a rule of thumb, next time give more, but to embarrass somebody about what they gave, that's nasty. That's real nasty. You don't embarrass somebody about how much they gave. What if that was, we knew that Britt was broke. So what, that $250, whatever she did send, that probably was a lot for her anyway, but you don't do that. And Britt is a lot of things, but Britt did not deserve that. That was really messed up. I looked at her differently when she did that, because you don't do that. You don't do that. Hey, Barry Nisha, thank you for the super chat. Preach. Listen, honey. Hey, Mo Will, thank you for the super chat. This all started when they went to Nashville and she laughed at Porsha saying that she was asleep with Charles. Shamea started instead of checking her friend, and now here we are. Well, Shamea keeps saying that she apologized for that, so why is Angela still mad? That's been Shamea's rebuttal. Hey, Love Black, thank you for the super chat. And it's really messed up for a new housewife to accuse current housewives of trying to plot with no proof or receipts. The audience is still holding Drew responsible for a lie and see her as the villain. I agree. Hey, Jacob, thank you for the super chat. Shamea has all these off-camera conversations, and then when it gets brought up on camera, she claims everybody is lying. How can everybody be lying? I agree. And someone even said, when it comes to Shamea, if I were any of her coworkers, I would be having to I would record the conversations, because somebody who's going to run and tell what we talked about and then put a spin on it, baby, I need to record you. No shade, babe, but you're liable to say anything and lie on me. So let me hit this record button real quick. Okay. Hey, the life of Samad. Thank you for the super chat. Shout, a lot of y'all are living this victimhood vicariously through Shamea, and it's showing. Oh, breathe and exhale. It's only TV. Samad, let them know. Now, hold on, because wait a second. Hold on. Not to toot my own horn, but I was vindicated yet again. Remember how in the last week when I did the live breaking down the Carlos King and Shamea interview, remember how I said, y'all, when it comes to the housewives, we need not get that invested and get upset and argue with each other over this show, because a lot of these people are in cahoots with each other. Baby, the way I was vindicated right after that live went off, y'all tagged me on Candace's recent interview with Entertainment Tonight, where she even said that her and Ash, feel free to read me in the comments, because I almost said her name, and I promise you I will not say her name. Let me just, y'all, please feel free to tap me on the wrist, honey. Feel free to tap me on the wrist, honey, because I almost said her name, child. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. But she said that they're in communication. They text all the time. So love Candace. Shout out to Candace. Love her down. But my point still stands, that we need not get worked up, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of this stuff is orchestrated, or a lot of these girls are in cahoots, okay? One way or another, all right? Because at the end of the day, it's all about producing the best show possible, and it's all entertainment. So we need not get all up in arms and upset over their beefs, because a lot of times, 80% of the time, these women are like, you know what, girl, that was actually a good fight. When you read me down like that, I was like, oh, I like that, girl. Okay, so next episode, make sure to call me, but see you next Tuesday. Make sure to say this about me. Like, you'd be very surprised. You would be very surprised. A lot of times, these girls are in cahoots with each other, and it's not as deep as they want us to believe it is. A lot of times, it's good for the show, and they're like, okay, girl, you read me down. I'm going to read you next season. They all high-five each other and go about their business, and we're the ones arguing with each other, and they're over there skipping off into the sunset, securing a bigger check for the next season. So, yeah, even because, listen, even Nene was like, oh, because Nene said after Claudia read her down in Puerto Rico, Nene said that she told producers, bring Claudia as a full-time housewife, because Claudia was supposed to be a friend of, and because of that infamous argument, Nene vouched for her and said, you know what, that was so good, make her full-time. So I'm just saying, we need not fight each other over their drama, because 9 times out of 10, they're all in cahoots with each other. Just saying. That's why, not all the time, but some of these altercations, they get physical. Not all the time, but a few come to mind where if somebody can go upside your head, and then 2 episodes later, you guys can kiss and make up and play patty cake, it's never as deep as what we think it is. Okay? A lot of times it's, you know what, girl, you saved both of our jobs. Thank you for that. Let's move on. And we're the ones hollering and getting all upset and, and getting all worked up. And it's a big game to them. So, ciao. But Samad, thank you for saying that, because it's the truth. Hey, cool nerd. Thank you for the super chat. Everybody owes Kenya an apology for pillow talk. I agree. Hey, the life of Samad. Thank you for the super chat. Colors will never be taken seriously on TV if y'all keep using it for self-inflicted jabs. So they waited till she became full-time to be colorist. Listen, I stand by my thoughts. When it comes to Atlanta, I've never gotten those vibes. Potomac, yes. Atlanta, no. because everybody gets whacked. Everybody gets whacked on Atlanta. Hey, Kay Marie, thank you for the super chat. I just see Shamea off my screen. She's in her 40s, calling everybody bestie, and she's always waiting 2 weeks to call something out. She's exhausting. I agree. Hey, Carlos Harris, thank you for the super chat. Hey, friend, I think Shamea isn't working because she is unfulfilled in her personal life. Yes, maybe. Well, I don't want to claim that. I believe that her marriage is fine. I think that I'm gonna take her word for it that they're happy and he supports her. So I think that she is restless. I think that Shamea is a restless woman who is unfulfilled. I think that she's upset that her dreams of stardom haven't materialized the way that she wanted them to. And there's some frustration that she's not as famous as she would like to be. And that the fame that she does have is being overshadowed by negative press. That's what I think. Hey, Kay Marie, thank you for the super chat. If Andy does not fire Shamea, she's going to fall out with Kelly next year and throw it in her face that she let her stay in her rental. Watch. Now, okay, why did that thought come into my mind when Kelly moved into her townhouse? I said, I really hope it doesn't backfire, because the girls have said that Shamea will throw it in your face if she does help you. So I hope she does not do that. I really hope not. Wouldn't be surprised. She wants to be Mariah Carey. I think her marriage is fine. Yeah, I think it's fine too. Yeah, I think that he really does love her. I think so. Their marriage is fine. They're just opposites of each other. I think everybody's coming back next season. It's interesting that Kelly was already looking to move. I thought that was really strange too. She had only been in there for less than a week's time. Why are you already looking at other places? Shamea said, you could stay as long as you want to. Did we discuss Kelly's ex-employee drama? We haven't, but we can. A woman on TikTok, hold on. A woman on TikTok is claiming that she worked for Kelly and Kelly did not pay her. So hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I mean, do you guys want to see the clip? I mean, it's a 14-minute video. I'm not going to really belabor the point, but yeah, there's a woman who she's on TikTok saying that Kelly did not pay her. She worked for her. Do you guys want me to play it or no? We don't care about Kelly. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. And also though, are we surprised? Kelly's broke. Do we want to see 14 minutes talking about Kelly? Kelly's such a non-factor. You said, no, ma'am, honey. You said, I'm not wasting 14 minutes. We can't do 14 minutes, honey. Oh, thank you for the cliff notes. Okay, Kelly don't pay her bills. What's new? Exactly. We know she ain't got no money. It's too much. We all know she's a fraud. We don't care. Okay, well, moving on, honey. For those of you who want to see the video, you can go on TikTok, honey. I mean, no, but if I'm being honest though, it's not that interesting. Kelly's not that interesting. We know she doesn't have it. So why do we need to beat a dead horse and listen to 14 minutes of somebody, And I mean, I had to put the story on. I had to put the TikTok on two times the speed because she, cute story, but it's Kelly. There's nothing really to talk about. The meat is already off the bone. More of the story, she's broke. Exactly. 14 minutes is more camera time than she's had this season. I agree. So, God bless. Keep it classy. People refuse to get to the point quickly on TikTok. She won the case. It was good tea. Oh, you thought it was good tea? Do you want me to play some of it or no? Listen to it on the iPod. Okay, so for the two of y'all who do want to watch the clip and talk about this, the majority of my subscribers don't want to hear about it, and I have to go with the majority. I'm not vested in Kelly like that to care. You know what I'm saying? You said just happy to be here. You said t-shirts and loose bags. Hold on. Don't do this. Don't do this. Now, don't do this, friend. That's not the truth. Let's now, come on now, don't do this. I do like Shamea, but Shamea is not cut out for this show. I've said it a million times. Shamea is a fabulous representation of dark-skinned women with a wonderful life, a soft life. We love to see it. I love to see it. Shamea is beautiful. The body is snatched. The face card, what? A 10. Gorgeous woman. Do I think that she is cut out for the show? No, I don't. That does not mean that I don't like her. I just need us to use our critical thinking skills. Me giving a few critiques does not mean that I hate somebody. I like Shamea. I just don't think she's good for the show. Is that a crime to say? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? No, I always give, like, sometimes I feel like when I'm speaking, are folks listening? Because come on, like, don't do me like that. I'm always very fair to people. I do my best to be as fair as possible. I mean, come on. Like, I don't like that. Like, please don't twist my words up. There is not, let me say this for the folks in the back, because some of y'all, I don't hate any housewife. All right? If there's a housewife that I don't care for, it's called indifference. I pay them dust, unless I'm talking about the show. There are several housewives that I feel I love them, love their vibe, they look great, but they might not be cut out for the show. Please, y'all, I need y'all to use your critical thinking skills. Me offering some suggestions, me giving some critiques does not mean that I hate the person. I like Shamea. I think I've said it 1,000,001 times that she's great representation. Like, how many times do I need to say it? All right, let's just move on, honey, before I get upset. Let's just move on, child. Hey, Nikki Chalet, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, don't sweat it. I'm pretty sure there's some 12-year-olds cosplaying as grown adults here. The obtuseness is a fool. It has to be that. Because no, I mean, that really pissed me off, though, because don't say that, especially when I've said it 1,000,000 times that I do like Shamea. I think just don't twist my words up. If you want to piss me off, please don't twist my words up. Please don't. They're being very obtuse. No, you're right, honey. Let's move on, honey. Oh, hey, Jessie. How's vacation, honey? Come on, girl. How are you? Jessie's having a fabulous time, honey. Oh my gosh. That was a long-time subscriber. Oh, yes, they are. But well, can I be honest? Not to be messy boots, but they were one of those long-time subscribers where they come in every 6 months or so. I don't see them for a long time. Then they come back in. And when they do come in, they're always a contrarian. And I've let it slide. I don't know why. I've let it slide. But they've been very, whatever I say, they're always a contrarian. And I've really had it. I've tried to be nice. I've tried to be, but whatever I say, they've been here for a long time, but it's always been on some contrarian BS. Child, let's just move on, honey. Let's just move on. Listen, and before anybody says that I'm kicking folks out because you have a different opinion, it's not that. My thing is, all I ask, if you disagree, that's fine. Just do not twist up my words. Do not put words in my mouth, and do not lie on me, okay? And don't raise your voice at me, and watch your tone, and so. But you can disagree with me, but just make sure that it's cute. Keep it cute. So, where were we, honey? Where were we? You said you didn't kick them out, Brooke. You adjusted her hat and turned the front light on. Yes, honey. Disagree with some sense. You said we can't let that slide. They've been yes, they have known me for they've been here for a long time. They know better than that. No excuses, in my opinion. I agree. We don't do that over here. Be respectful. I agree. Wasn't even their third pass. That was their third. It was. Listen, honey. Thank you. I appreciate that. Was not a difference of opinion. They purposely, reiterated something you had already cleared up minutes before. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, exactly. Disagree with class and respect. This ain't Phaedra. Oh, they definitely can't afford a hat. We need some community guidelines. I have them posted, but they don't, for some reason, YouTube won't post my guidelines up. I don't know why. It's weird. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Show them the door. Got more passes than I did. Friend. No, friend. No, friend. You have no, Oyster, you get 3 passes because the way that mess happened, I felt so bad, Oyster. So Oyster is the only person who gets 3 passes because the way everybody jumped on Oyster, I jumped on Oyster. Oh my gosh. So Oyster, you get passes, Oyster, because the way we jumped on you and you didn't even do anything. Now you get a pass because that was some pain and suffering, okay? Oh my gosh, yeah, honey, 3 strikes and you're out. You said Brooke paid them no mind. She obviously just logged on. This is her first time here. No, she's been here for a long time. So, honey, that no is still iconic, honey. This ain't Oprah, y'all. She ain't passing them out for free. Oyster gonna get a big hug at the live show. Oh no, and will, honey. Oh my gosh. You said all I hear is no, honey. You said Oyster got a pass and a bonus, honey. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Jessie, you see what happens when you leave for a week, honey. She lost her weight in the breezeway. Oh, Jessie, is Jessie still in the room with us? Jessie, I know it's 2 a.m. in France, but you remember do you remember the woman, the subscriber who was like, I asked you 3 times, you better answer me about, is Garcelle married? That those 2 subscribers are like the same. So I wonder if that's her on a different account. But yeah, she's been here for a long time. Her vibe has been was the same as the other one who said that to me last year. Jessie came back, didn't bring no drinks or nothing. I'm screaming. Jessie, you remember that, right? You said I'm lit. I know you are, Jessie. I know you are. Some folks can't comprehend that opinions can be complex. I agree. She said Garcelle too. Yeah, she spelled Garcelle's name wrong and everything. Oh, Brooke, you've had a lot of patience lately. I have, honey. I've had a lot of patience, and I don't have any more patience. My patience has run out. So please. I remember that. I remember it too. Remember that? You remember that? And she was like, I asked you 3 times. You better answer me. Is Garcelle married? I said, who are you talking to? This one who we just got out, and the other one, they had the same energy. They both used to be in my comment section when I did pre-recorded videos. They'd be in my comment section talking real greasy, and I had to check them. They would say, "Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. You took my comment the wrong way." So hey, she tried it for the last time, and now hey, you had to watch on the sidelines. Remember that one person kept asking if you had wine, all caps, and super rude. I remember that. Google is free. That was somebody's granny saying Garcelle. Oh, thank you so much. I'm happy that you're here. Probably both friends now. You said, wait, what'd you say? You said they both gonna buy a wig. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are so funny. You should do a highlights video. Oh, Jessie, I was gonna wait for you to come back next week, but if you want me to tell the chat about the tea, let me know. Well, you guys know that Jessie, I don't want to spill it. I'll wait till you come back. It's up to you. You want me to say it now or no? You want me to say it now? Jessie, it's up to you, Jessie. Ciao. I was waiting for Jessie to come back, but Jessie want me to tell it now, child. Honey, Jessie is out mingling, honey, with the people, honey, in France, honey. All right. Yes, honey, I remember that person too. She was kicked out swiftly. Yeah, so we'll wait till you come back, honey. We'll wait till you come back. So we'll wait. Jesse, you'll be back next week, right? On Monday. Whenever you're back, we'll tell it. Don't tease us, child. These people are funny. Jesse, you said don't drink, spill your tea. I'm gonna miss a lot while I'm on vacation. Oh, you're gonna be on 2 weeks, honey. Well, honey, have a good old time, honey. You're gonna be missing a lot of foolishness. Oh, you said Jesse's here now. Let's talk now, honey. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, you guys have disagreed with me a lot, but you're respectful about it. Oh, but since you mentioned it with Ladies of London, you saw how Ladies of London is canceled. Bravo put Ladies of London, honey, with Summer House Martha's Vineyard, honey. I said, what a mess. And I feel so bad. Martha's bird, Hecate, died. She's torn up about it on Instagram. I feel so bad. I said, what a shame. Oh, Martha, my heart goes out to you. My condolences. I said, that's really sad. Imagine your bird passes away and the show that you were on is canceled. I said, damn, just a mess. I said, just a double whammy of bad news. Jesus. But so there was somebody, wait, hold on. Because they said, wait. There's so much tea going on today. Somebody on the inside was revealing that the reason why they canceled Ladies of London is due to Margot. They said that Margot was causing hell behind the scenes, and that she was saying all these like crazy things, and that she was a fraud, that rental that she was paying 50 grand a month to live in, that was fake. She had no money. I said, a mess, honey. They said, yeah, they didn't want to deal with her nonsense and her BS, so they just decided to scrap the show. Yes, they said she's suing. They said that Margot's trying to sue Bravo. A mess. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me see if I can. Yes, honey, hold on. Y'all have me screaming in the chat. Wait, let me see if I can find the video. Hold on. Because I actually saved the video. Baby, they said that Miss Margot is the reason why the show is no longer. It's always when I need to find a video, I can't find it. Wait, hold on. This is my fault. I should have saved the video when I saw it, and I didn't. Is this it right here? Hold on, y'all. They said that, yeah, Miss Margot is nuts behind the scenes. Canceled. Oh, I'm so irritated. This is totally on me because the guy had so much tea. He had so much tea about why it's okay. No, wait, I found it right here. Hold on. I'm going to upload the video, child. Okay, wait, hold on. Bear with me, folks, for like 2 seconds. I appreciate y'all because you guys really you guys thug it out with me, and I appreciate y'all. Hold on.
The reason Ladies of London reboot has been shelved after 1 season, it's a certain cast member, Margot. And that's because, allegedly, I use the word allegedly carefully, there is a lawsuit involving her husband and her against the production network because she did not like her edit and certain cast members. There was homophobic incidents, much worse than you saw on TV, and because of that she basically went on a whole campaign. Everything in her life, by the way, was fake. The house, she rented it just to be on the show. The whole shebang was completely false, and the reason the show is not getting a second season is due to Bravo does not want another lawsuit mess after what has recently happened over the past few years with certain housewives and all the red tape and all the problems. So you can fact Margot, allegedly, but
so, child, that's what the streets are saying, honey. Just a mess. Just a hot mess, child. Wait, okay, here I am. Just a hot mess, honey. Just a hot mess. Just, you can't make this up. The way Bravo is canceling these shows left and right. Just usually has canceling the show stop her from suing. I guess they feel you can sue us, but we're not going to have the show on at the same time. You can't sue us and we're giving you a paycheck. So you pick one or the other. Either you stay on the show or you drop the lawsuit, or you sue us and you're no longer on the show. The fireworks in the background. Godspeed. They need to vet these people better. Oh my gosh. Is it illegal to put something in the contract that they can't sue for the edit? Damn. Bravo said let him go to pasture. Margot and her dry hair, a mess, honey. Oh my gosh. I wonder if Margot would have gotten fired. She would have sued as a liability. Oh gosh. Her poor fashions were due to her being broke. And Lottie and Missy are supposed to be talking more on their podcast. Margot's biggest storyline might be people asking what happened to the show. A mess, honey. Listen, honey, these folks are not that worried about. They're not prepared for reality television. I thought Margot was fraudulent. I thought that marriage with her husband was weird. Him living in LA and she lives in London. Her still talking about a movie from 2008. That was how many years ago? That was almost 2 decades ago. You're still talking about that? I thought she was very odd. The beef between her and Mark Francis and everybody else, she was nuts. I thought Margot was nuts. 2004 was on that. Wow, her velour bodysuit. What did her husband do? She said he was an entrepreneur, a businessman. He was a wealthy businessman that she forced him to marry her because she got pregnant, according to her. We lost Dara because of her. You said you're British, you never heard of that movie? I've never heard of it either. I was just like, you said her Brazzers film. She was trying too hard. Bravo hears lawsuit and throws away the whole cast. As a Londoner, we've never heard of that movie. Honey, all my Londoners are saying, baby, congratulations, happy birthday. We never heard of this lady. We don't know that movie. She was talking about that movie like everybody knew. She's like, oh, it was the sexiest movie in all of London and nobody had ever seen such a thing. And all my Londoners are saying, baby, I don't even know this lady. Yeah, whatever that means. I feel so bad, but everybody, let's pray for Martha though, because when I tell you, it broke my heart to see her on Instagram crying over what happened to her bird. She said Hecate drowned. I feel so bad. So, prayers to Martha. And I feel really bad because Martha needed the show. Like, I feel bad because Martha needed the money. Martha had no money. Now her bird's gone. The show's canceled. I hope she's able to parlay being on the show for one season into something. I feel so bad, honey. I feel so bad for Martha. She's been going through it. Martha was an MVP. Child. Wait, what happened? You said praying. I feel so bad. Yeah, she said the bird drowned. Child. I just feel bad. You said, what's this live about? Oh, the live is about Atlanta. We're talking about all sorts of stuff today. It's just a free for all, Yeah, she needed the show. You see, that's why I feel bad. I feel bad for And Martha was entertaining. She had a great storyline, a great backstory. I mean, Martha's been up, been down, been up again, been down again, up again. Now she's back down, but trying to claw her way back into society. I felt so bad. A very compelling story. And she was so sweet and down to earth. And Bravo spent a fortune on their premiere party. So for them to spend all that and now the show's canceled, a mess, honey. A mess. Child, let's just give Martha, Mark, and Kimmy a spinoff. I agree. The way I call Andy and ask for a job. No, for real. I wanted to hear about Martha's jet-setting era. I agree. Yeah, she gave me very much like a Katharine Hepburn, or she was getting, yes, very much old Hollywood glam with that 1940s pinup girl hairstyle. Yes. Oh, by the way, Brooke, have you seen the whole Mia AI photo stealing drama? Yeah. So Mia from Potomac is saying that somebody on Instagram is stealing her pictures or stealing her body, photoshopping her face and her body. I think Mia's delusional. May I say this? Thank you for bringing her up. The other day, I got to thinking, what if Mia stole that love seat last year because she wanted some attention? I think that Mia is she's definitely one of the housewives that I talk about who needs to be in the limelight. And I'm sure it's killing her that she's no longer on Potomac and people don't care. Like, I think that Mia is somebody where as long as there's attention, like the whole thing, when you think about it, her lying on Gordon not being the father of her children, for somebody to go that low, it's clear that they want attention by any means possible. So I think that Mia just wants any attention. You know, the model said Mia stole her body and she wants the pics taken down, which Mia did. Mia sacrificed her kids for fame. Mia, yeah, I agree. From theft to whining about AI. Mia put her face on that lady's body, Brooke. Oh, so Mia put her face on that lady's body. I feel sorry for Mia. I feel sorry for her. Mia is, I feel sorry for her. Like, you know how it's like you don't want to kick somebody while they're down. And Mia is the epitome of, she's just such a pitiful person. I just feel sorry for her. Like, I feel sorry for her. There's nothing else to be said. And I'm sure that she is hurting emotionally and financially and, and mentally not being on the show. I feel sorry for her. The hand has 6 fingers. Damn, stealing pics and furniture. The way you said that, Brooke. No, I'm being honest. I'm not even being funny. I really feel sorry for her because she needs this. She really needs this fame. She does. Is Mia worse than Britt Edie? I think so, because Mia really has she has such a desperation to stay famous. Yes. She gives me Monica Garcia vibes from SOC. I agree. She wants by any means necessary. Yes, I see that. Mia does give me Monica vibes. I agree. I know you're being serious. The way you said it sent me. Mia put her face on that lady's body. Mia thought she was going to be in Atlanta. She's spiraling. Yeah, she did. She thought that she was going to be a shoo-in for Atlanta. I agree. You said Britt Edie could have came back and annoyed us for one more season. Yes. She's the Potomac version of Sutton. Yes. And you already know where I'm going. When it comes to Miss Sutton, babe, the day they give Sutton her walking papers, I need them to check on her immediately. The day Sutton gets her walking papers on Beverly Hills. Blanche said, please stop talking about that lady again. Oh my gosh. The way Monica's clinging to the hem of Carlos's garment. Yes, she is, because now she was doing recaps with Carlos King when SOC was on. Child. Sutton said she giving the papers back. She sure will. Do you think Mia would have been on Atlanta if she didn't walk off? I think she might have had a fighting chance. I think that Andy would have been, he would have been a bit more open to her maybe being in a few episodes. Like she would have gotten a paycheck for 3 episodes, or maybe a friend of, had she not walked off. But like Andy hates desperation, and he hates when a housewife is purposely trying to jump ship and go on another show. So I don't know. There's a part of me that feels like he would have been way more open to her getting a check on Atlanta had she not done that. But I still don't know if she would have been full-time or even a friend of, even if she did not walk off. She would have been in a few episodes and she would have gotten a check, but I don't know if she would have still been, I don't know if she would have been a full-timer, if that makes sense. Yes, honey, he can't stand it. And to think Carlos crowned her, Mia, as the future of Potomac, child. I said, Carlos gassed her head up. I don't know why he said that. I don't want Mia back in any capacity. Yeah, a Lion Feud title credits for the group events. I agree. You said, despite her mess and foolishness, I love to see her thriving somewhere. She needs to get help, get herself together. She needs hardcore therapy. I agree. And I had seen on a blog that she got a job. So good for her. Mia, I heard that you got a job. That's great. That you went on Indeed or USA Jobs and got yourself something. So God is good. In this economy, so I hope that the job is a good fit. I hope you're doing well. And I hope that you're thriving at the job. But who knows? Maybe that was an AI post. But I saw somewhere that she did apply. She got a job. She's like a director somewhere at she's in corporate. So God bless, honey. I hope it's being a desk job. Y'all need to stop. You guys are congratulations. Happy birthday, honey. Mia needs to see Gordon's lady. Look at her. She finally stopped lying about being a VP. You guys are so, you said Brooke stopped. Director of what? CEO of Stealing Couches, allegedly. Furniture mover. Back to her roots as a CEO. Director of Fashion Nova Influencers. Corporate Mia is literally so funny to imagine. Kim walked off of RHOA. That's true. But I will say this though. Kim Zolciak gave a whole lot more than Mia ever gave to Potomac. Mia did not, all of Mia's iconic moments were based on foolishness. Trying to fight, throwing lettuce at Candace when she was in the wrong, assaulting Wendy, lying on her kids and the paternity of her kids. Like all of her iconic moments were all flops. Kim Zolciak gave us iconic moments. So Andy will have Kim come back over Mia any day. Yes, and also that too. Yes, Kim Zolciak is top 30, exactly. You said, how do I super chat? I believe that there's I think there's a dollar sign for all of y'all who super chat. There's a dollar sign. Just click on the dollar sign, I believe, and you can super chat. I think y'all let me know. Okay, you said there's a money sign at the bottom. Okay, yes, there's a dollar sign at the bottom. There's a dollar icon. Biomiss, you take me out every time you do those question marks. You are so funny. On the bottom right, you said you take me out every time you do those question marks. I scream every time. That gave Brooke, how do I pay my Amex? Top 30 is generous for Kim. Kim Zolciak's top 50. If nothing else, she's top 50. You guys are so funny. 95,000 per super chat. Oh, one of y'all asked, did I see the interview with the lady who was paying her husband's way? She proposed to the husband and made 50,000 a month and was giving him money, and he just a mess. I didn't see that. When I tell you, I really can't. I watched y'all tag. So many of y'all tagged me in that video. When I tell you, I almost passed out. That lady should feel ashamed of herself that she was so desperate to pay a man's way. She said that she proposed to her husband, bought the rings, paid for the wedding, paid all the bills. What desperation will do, honey. What desperation will do. Oh, speaking of Andy, I just saw his beach home on Architectural Digest. Oh, yes, I saw it too. Beautiful. I mean, his home is gorgeous. Baby, when I listen, honey, Andy's making money hand over fist. Okay? Because his first home in the Hamptons, it was beautiful. But this new home that he showed on AD, he said, baby, let me upgrade you. Stunning. That his new home in the out east is Gorgina. Andy, and we'll talk about this more in private at the live show. Make sure to get your tickets if you have not gotten your tickets yet. We'll talk really much more. But Andy, it's okay to just sit back and enjoy your money. I mean, Andy's time is so stretched between the multiple homes, the 2 babies, active social life. You're doing every single reunion. His time, every second is accounted for. Watch What Happens Live is no longer live. It's all pre-recorded. Yeah, babe, we'll talk. We'll talk in private. Because we'll talk in private. Honey, listen, we'll talk. We see each other. No, he doesn't. Because no, he does not. He was asked about that recently, and he got so mad at the interviewer. He was like, He was like, don't put me out to pasture just yet. Like, no, he's trying to take it with him. He's not giving it up. He's not giving it up anytime soon. Is giving how we'll talk. Child, we'll listen. You already know where we're about to go with this conversation, honey. He's another one. He does not want to give this up. Child. Listen, honey. Look at everybody. Look at everybody who was still trying to hold on well until their 90s. Look at Dick Clark. Remember how Dick Clark, he didn't want to pass the torch to Ryan Seacrest. Remember how Dick Clark was still trying to host the New Year's Eve lives? He was in a wheelchair and couldn't even talk. They had to wrap him up in 10 blankets. And he's trying to hold a microphone. They had to prop the microphone up. And I said, it's never enough for people. Like, they still want to hold on to this power and this fame until their last breath. He couldn't even speak. And Ryan Seacrest was co-hosting, and he was side-eyeing Ryan Seacrest the whole time. He was looking at Ryan Seacrest in the wheelchair like this. He was like, and it was like, sir, you've had 70 years in the spotlight. When is enough enough? Literally. No. And he's probably telling them, don't even think about it. Child. Yes. Yes. Will listen, and that's the real truth of the matter. And she's even said that. If you read her memoir, Wendy's Got the Heat, she opens up the first page of her memoir. She says, "I'll be damned if I have another taking my position." That's why my best advice is stop worrying about gatekeepers, because all these folks are gatekeepers. You have to break down the door yourself. Just do what you have to do. Put the rest in God's hands, and just know that it's going to all work out in your favor. That's what I do. I don't sit up there and cry and holler about, oh, gatekeeping. I just do my thing and let God bust down the doors, honey, because these folks, if they had it their way, they will never give it up. Child. Yes. You know what, cheap? We gonna just let's just, we'll talk in private. We'll talk in private, because that's nothing but the truth. We'll talk. Yes, you do. Exactly. Blessings are not meant for you to hold on until your last breath. You're blessed to be a blessing. Everybody has their time in the sun. Nobody's hot forever. That's the point. You reach the pinnacle of success. Then as you get older, 60s, 70s, 80s, it's time for you to reach back and help the next crop of people who are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s to now take over the torch. But these people, they have such huge egos, they can't let it go. Child. Honey, listen, honey. No, it is. Oh no, I knew that from the jump. Thank you. Elders supposed to pass down and guide them. It's pride and jealousy and greed. It is. Yeah. We are all one band, one sound. I've been saying her for the longest. She won't give it up. And her counterpart, who's 84, won't give it up either. The both of them won't give it up. We see each other. Baby, we see each other. we listen. Yes, it's very true. No, honey, they will be. You listen. Literally, they are not. You will have to pry that show from their cold hands. Child. Exactly. Them too. And they don't want to. They don't want to. That one is 84. She's even said she has no plans on. I'm like, this is crazy work. You've been on the show. You've been famous for over 40 years. When is enough enough? Your ego isn't filled. Your ego should be filled that you've been famous for all that time. It's still not enough for you. She is going to hold that seat down until her last breath, honey. Yes, honey, Jesus will come and go before they leave. Listen, honey, Christ is going to come back, take the rest of us up. He's going to come back down again, and they're going to still be there in that seat. Talk about, yeah, honey, I'm still here at the View, honey. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, yep, that's the reason why we're in this boat now, because of her. She did the same thing. She did. Mess everything up. Oh, y'all have me yelling so loud. Damn. Yep, they fired her back in 2014 and she still came back. No self-respect, child. Listen, honey. Yep, she left for one season and really she could not live without it. Yep. They got turned into statues at that table, honey. Just a mess. They did, 'cause they did have to. She wasn't giving it up either. Now the View host reporting on the rapture, honey. They're gonna be right there, honey. Okay, yeah, Jesus came back to take his people. Oh my goodness, honey. Oh, this is the trumpet's blowing and they're still broadcasting from the View. Oh, y'all have me in tears. Think about all the housewives who get fired. They can't live without it. Monique swore she would never come back. Monique Samuel said she would never come back. And now, and where is she now? Back on Potomac as a friend of. We can go down the list. Everybody says that they're over it. And honey, they need this fame like they need air to breathe. Yeah. Y'all have me screaming. They just sit around waiting for that call back. Listen, honey, look at Crystal. Crystal on Beverly Hills hated being on the show. And yet they're saying that she's going to be back on as a friend of this upcoming season. They can't live without this show, honey. Crystal said the show gave her stomach aches, migraines. She was depressed all the time. She was crying all the time, unhappy. It was toxic. Her stomach was in knots, but yet she was crying when they fired her and angry when they fired her. She wanted to be back on the show. So that's how you know their fame is so addicting that these folks need it more than they need air to breathe. Yep, Dorinda, Vicky, and Ann. Listen, honey, Monique, Ayan, Crystal, yes. Every former housewife has a podcast or tried YouTube talking about their old show. Exactly. Monique knew she was lying. She came back and brought that book with her, okay? They couldn't wait. Yes, think about it. Think about how happy they are. It's going to be, 85 of them on the new Ultimate Girls Trip? So hold on. I have the clip here of the trailer in case you have not seen it. I'm going to play about 20 seconds, all right, of Ultimate Girls Trip, and then we will talk. All right, y'all, hold on. Wait, where is it?
She's gonna stab you in the back.
No, my arm hurts.
Watch out for the wings. Do we have on panties?
I don't.
So the cat's out of the bag tonight.
I'm having a good time.
Y'all, that was the trailer. I ended up playing the whole thing. I couldn't help myself, right? I was like, you know what? Might as well. But y'all made a great point. You see how happy a lot of these women are, the ones who aren't on the show anymore. You see how happy these women are clamoring to be on Ultimate Girls Trip, even if it's only going to be for a few minutes. Do you see how addicting this is? I mean, we have Nene back. We have Lisa Wu. Nene's dismissing Lisa Wu in the trailer. I'm just like, Lisa Wu has not been on TV in ages, and Mama's back for that $5,000 check and craft services and a gas card. Just a mess. Because didn't you only say, I know I said it was going to be 20 seconds. I just said, you know what? Let me just play the whole thing. Might as well. You said desperados, honey, baby. They are big and desperate. Oh, did you see Dorinda? Dorinda's eyes were lit up, honey. Dorinda was thrilled. Listen, because remember how Dorinda was supposed to slated to have her own spinoff of a Bluestone Manor, and they scrapped the idea. Baby, Dorinda has been dying to get back on Bravo. I mean, it is so sad. Did you see her recent interview? She was on, I think, Good Morning America or one of the shows, or either the Today Show. And she was like, I felt so lost when I was on pause. Girl, you were on TV for a decade. Why can't you be appreciative of the time that you had on TV? If you hadn't been on the show, you wouldn't have ever been a star. I just don't understand how these women can't let this go. They've had a taste of it, and now they cannot let it go. It's very sad. Yeah, honey, she's so happy to be there. And she's sitting up there kicking the Rhode Island girls out of her house. A mess. Just happy to be there, honey. I want to see Aviva and her leg too. Lost on Pause, the documentary. It does rub me the wrong way. They don't have the Miami girls. Well, remember, Alexia's back with Todd, and Todd is suing Bravo. So how does that work? And if we're being honest, Bravo never treated Miami right anyway. They always treated Miami as like the little, just like the second tier show. They always treated them as lesser than, if we're being honest. So I'm not so surprised. Yeah, I know Marisol and Alexia were upset. They were crushed. Gertie was sad that they didn't tap her for Ultimate Girls Trip. But I mean, I could have told you that Gertie and Julia were not going to be on the Ultimate Girls Trip. A mess. Miami was treated horribly. I agree. Yeah, I saw that. Lisa Wu and her cousin bought some house together. And now the cousin didn't pay the rent. Something like that. Yeah, the Here Damn franchise. Yes, they were always the ugly stepsister, unfortunately. I agree. Which sucks because Miami brought the drama. Miami always gives their worst other franchises best. I swore I saw Larsa. No, maybe. Yes, I did watch the premiere of Next Gen. I actually caught up on it before I went on live. I blame Alexia and Julia for the show cancellation. Miami always had a lack of promotion. I agree. Yeah, crazy. Miami is one of the few that actually gives money. No, I know. That's just the fact of the matter. Miami has the luxury. Larsa over there trying to find her a new YN, honey. I thought I saw Larsa too. You said liked, past tense, child. Yes, Bose was there. Bose was in the clip too. Child, Larsa may be in the season, but she wasn't in the trailer. Brooke, Andy just posted that Atlanta is back after the taping of the reunion. Oh, okay. All right, so Atlanta just ramped their reunion. All right, well, if Andy's saying that they're back, hopefully we get a good reunion from the girls. We shall see. Okay, Alexia, Marisol, and Kiki filmed. Okay. I'm screaming. Child, y'all have me yelling. Is it just me, or is Kenya not being there genuinely insulting? Like, damn. This is why we all have to learn and master emotional regulation. And just because you're angry, you have to still control yourself. Kenya did such a stupid stunt. 5 seconds of Get Back cost her everything. And now she's not even going to be on Ultimate Girls Trip. Let Kenya be a lesson to all of us to think before we act. Kenya, I hope that you're back on the show by season 20. Kenya needs to listen and stop thinking that she knows everything and just take advice. Because had she listened to somebody, she would still be on this show collecting a heavy check. I have to be fair. If this were anybody else, I would say it is what it is. For Kenya, it is what it is. She made a dumb choice, and these are the consequences. It's just, Kenya is too old for this foolishness. It really does suck. Cynthia tried to tell her. I know, Kenya's legacy just clips in a flashback. How dreadful. I still can't believe she did that. It had to be a mental break. It had to have been. Oh, you don't want her back. I think Atlanta's going to move on from her. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we have a solid cast. It's hard to think about. Throw it all the way over a one-season housewife. The network does not need Kenya. Bravo was more than happy to free her checkup. I agree. No, yeah. No, she is wrong for that. She can't take criticism either. Dropping Cynthia for being honest is wild. Yeah, because for her to stop talking to Cynthia, all because Cynthia said what you did was wrong, and then her rebuttal is, oh, well, don't criticize me in public. You guys are on a public show. Kenya has one thing about Kenya, throughout all her time on Housewives, she was always really bad with taking criticism. If you say anything to her that she does not want to hear, she would not talk to you. Gives you the silent treatment. I don't like that. She needs to grow up. Had she listened to Cynthia, she would not be in this boat. I'm sure somebody on her team probably said, Kenya, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. She probably fired them if I had to guess. That was Kenya. Kenya had a hard time with that. You did it publicly. I agree. Kenya was making $1.5 million then to $500,000. Mind you, Cynthia would be a big positive to have her on her side right now. I agree. To have on her side right now. I agree. I don't understand why nobody at Staples, Office Max saw that poster or said something to her before she left the store with that board. Kenya has always been vile. That was not an anomaly for her. She finally took it too far. Oh, you said she was horrible, too prideful. It was always going to be her downfall. Bravo was tired of her and they gave her a reason. She gave them a reason. I agree. Even Porsha tried to warn Kenya. Kenya would have talked to her right out of doing that. Kenya showing up to Cynthia's post-proposal dinner in that white bodycon told me all I need to know, child. Do you think she came back? Would she have learned her lesson? I don't know. She was very defiant that day. Somebody told her the truth and she was determined to do that. I'm glad she's not back. It gives us a breath of fresh air. Atlanta feels new to me. At your own event, mind you. I know. And now her salon is now closed. Think about the ripple effect of that. You're fired off the show. You can't come back on Bravo anytime soon. Things have dried up. The people in Atlanta say that you're doing payday loans. You're doing payday advertisement, the payday loan advertisements, and now your salon is closed. And she's doing a show on Amazon now. She literally cursed her business. She did curse her business. I agree. Evicted on TV. Kenya's treatment of Kim Fields. Kenya nor Nene would fit in with these current women on the show. I hope her Amazon show does well. It all came falling down at once. Yes, you know how they say when it rains, it pours? The definition of that. When it rains, it pours. It makes me sad to see how Kenya destroyed, her own reputation and business. Self-sabotage is hell of a thing. I agree. You said, my God, fix it, Black Jesus. Yeah, the people, my Atlanta subscribers said that she's doing commercials for payday loans. So for all my Atlanta subscribers, can you verify that for me? You all said that she's doing payday loans. She was selling off her reunion dresses. Mama's down bad. She's deep in Dubai too. She's done with YouTube now. Yeah, I noticed. She hasn't done her last YouTube video was 3 months ago? That could be nice income right there. The women these girls, they're lazy. That could, if I were Kenya, I'd be on YouTube. She needs to take it seriously. That would be a nice income. She could bring in $10,000 to $20,000 a month if she just did a few videos every week. Her payday commercials run on YouTube. Child, I don't know why she thought putting Brooklyn's college fund into that salon. Where was Mark to get her in line? Well, Mark's out here being evicted. He's over here in New York being evicted from his apartment. So, he's also a deadbeat and a leech. So come on, the blind leading the blind. He's a deadbeat father with no money in his pocket and a user and a leech. So come on, who is he helping? He's asking her for $5. He got all that money in that divorce settlement that he obviously blew through. So what's Mark going to do? He's useless. Exactly. Mark's moving into Moore Manor. I really hope that's not the case. Yeah, he's good and broke. Yeah, it was in the New York Post. He was evicted from his apartment. He had a 3-bedroom penthouse. He was paying I think $7,400 a month, and he told the landlord he couldn't pay them, and they evicted him. So he's been broke. He was broke when they met. I really hope that's not the case. He's evil as hell, so good. She'd go back to modeling or maybe hosting. Yeah, I mean, if there are jobs for her, for sure. He lost his restaurant during the pandemic and it's been downhill since. Yep. Nobody's watching her YouTube. Kenya could do a cute little makeup and hair tutorials and make a cute dime on YouTube. I agree. What kind of idiot rents a penthouse while trying to operate a restaurant in New York? I know. Him calling her child. You said Ariana is taking all the hosting jobs. Kenya has an unshakable fan base. She needs to get on the field. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, when you have like a cult-like following, you'll never be broke. So Kenya tap into your fan base, please. They will support you. If you come out with something, they will buy. They will show up for you, Kenya. So please get in the field. I watched her. She's interesting to watch. Everybody wants an easy check. Kenya's not putting in no real work. I agree. Oh, now that you mention it, I remember seeing her products in my CVS and they're no longer there. So I don't know what, I hope that Kenya Moore hair care isn't defunct either. I just, do you see how a few seconds can ruin your life? And that applies to a lot of situations. Do you see how one bad decision can have a ripple effect and change the trajectory of your life for the worse? Please think before you act. Please, y'all, stop acting off emotions. Stop. Your emotions will have you effed up. Emotions will have you broke. Emotions will have you locked up in jail. Emotions will have you jobless. Think before you react. It's okay to let somebody get the last word. It's okay to walk away. You don't have to attend every argument. You don't have to get back because let God fight your battles. I promise you, he can get revenge on people better than you can. I'm a living witness. I have let God fight my battles and he has paid. When I tell you, he has gotten my enemies back tenfold. I had to lift a finger. Let God fight your. I know that everybody's not religious. I'm not trying to force God down your throat, but I'm just saying, y'all, please stop taking matters into your own hands because you see what happened to Kenya. Emotions will leave you without a hat. It's true. Yes, I remember hearing that Sally's Beauty Supply had dropped Kenya Moore hair care when the news dropped about her and Brit. All this because of that witch Brit. I can't believe this. No, it's true. It's true. This is the truth. You said it's selling on eBay for 30 cents. Jesus. No, it's very true. What a shame. God or not, settling is not it. It's the truth, honey. Brit wasn't even worth it. No, not at all. Stop blocking your blessings. I'm a few minutes behind, but she did a payday loan advertisement on her YouTube channel. She must have hid that poster and told nobody because not one person grabbed it from her and said, no, Kenya. It's very true. Yes, poor emotional regulation will have you turning your own self every which way but loose. It's very true. And Brit was driving past the salon laughing at her demise, just sick, a fall from grace. It's very true, y'all. I mean, it was popular. I mean, it was selling. Her products were selling and people said that it was good. I knew quite a few people who had bought her hair care products and said that it was really good. It was growing their hair. They said the conditioner was good. They liked the shampoo. She had rave reviews on her hair care. And she was making good money. I mean, she was in over, I think, 12,000 CVS stores. That's huge. That's huge. She was in my CVS right by me, and now I don't see her products anywhere. It's crazy. The conditioner was well loved. I heard great things about her product. I hope with time Kenya can bounce back. I agree. I hope so too. She had it all. I think she was overwhelmed and snapped. It happened sadly. They took that off CBS the week that showed. Jesus. Now she has to play with Kim Zolciak for a check. You said my aunt that worked with Kenya in the 90s swore by that hairline. It infinitely grew her hair well. I'm happy to hear that. Definitely grew her hair well. That's really good. I loved her products. It worked on my hair very well. Kenya did that. Yeah, compromising her daughter's future. They tried to tell Kenya when everybody walked out and she went too far, but she said no and doubled down. I remember that. She threw away her child's college fund. They are discontinued. I love her products. Wow, I'm sad to hear that because I was wondering about what happened to the hair care line. I mean, imagine just like that, everything's gone now. Yeah, they were for black hair. Maybe she foolishly thought that veteran status on the show gave her leeway to pull these antics. I agree. I think she did think that because she had longevity and that she was on the show and she was one of their top performers, that she could do whatever she wanted. And they said, oh no. Jesus. She tossed up that Don Julio one for broke. Just very sad. Her choice is premeditated, which makes it worse. Yeah, she was defending herself up until the episode aired. She was. That also hurt her as well. That also hurt her. Hey, KM Bax, thank you for the super chat. My theory is that Bravo's going to go all in on the Real Houses of London and transition Martha and Margot over. Well, probably not Margot, because what she's doing, she's trying to sue. So I can see Martha and Kimmy on Real Housewives of London, but not Margot. Hey, Darkchild99, thank you for the super chat. Will you be reviewing Real Houses of London? I don't know. I haven't even watched the first season yet. Hey, Miss Lee Carter, thank you for the super chat. She's still mad at Cynthia last I heard. That's crazy. See, she needs to grow up. Cynthia did nothing wrong. Cynthia did nothing wrong to her. Cynthia was being a good friend. Kenya screwed up. She needs to own it. Yes, no, Sacred is it. I love Sacred. Margot will be nowhere near another show again. It takes money to keep those products into the stores. That's true. Being the villain, she took it too far. Brooke, you need to watch London. Cynthia did nothing wrong. If she's smart, she'll find a partner and rebrand. Yeah, she did. Because she went on Tamron Hall. She defended her actions. She went on podcasts. She defended her actions. Just a mess. At least Cynthia still has her check. Yeah, her show on Amazon Prime, that comes out, I think they said January of next year. But is anybody going to care at that point? They've been talking about this show now for over a year. So do we care? Their products are on Sally Beauty online. She said on live that Cynthia should stop mentioning her name. Cynthia hasn't even said her name in recent months. I just don't know how well this Amazon show is going to do. Bravo was wrong for not removing Brit immediately, and Kenya was wrong for retaliating that way. I agree. Who is even watching a reality show on Amazon? Another year off the TV sphere. Yeah, every year that you're off of TV, it takes it knocks off your relevance just a little bit. That's which goes back to my point about that's why these folks are so deathly afraid of being off of TV, because they know that your stock lowers each passing year, that you're not relevant anymore. It's cause and effect for me. That's why I'm not buying. She just snapped defense. Kenya planned it and saw nothing wrong with it well after she filmed that episode. Oh, so I put the clip up explaining all of that about her suing Margot suing Bravo. Her best bet is to get on Traders, but she's not. She's not going to. She's not going to. Remember, Traders is on Peacock. And Peacock is Bravo's sister. They're all in the NBC family. So I don't think she's welcome anywhere on NBC. Yeah, NBC does not want to. Yeah, she's a liability now. I agree. The next season of Traitors is going to be a non-celebrity cast. I used to see her products for the beauty supply, Walmart, CVS. Mama was stocked. I just can't believe this. I know. It's very sad. I can see her on Lifetime movies. NBC don't want the smoke. They don't. I just feel sad. I feel sad. Yeah, Traitors is off the table, honey. Am I going to watch New York? I'll take a look at it and see how I feel. Oh, well, yeah, E is no longer under NBC anymore. So yeah, Kenya, you better maybe sign up for House of Villains then, because E is no longer under the NBC family. E is officially now a rival of Bravo. So yeah, you can get on E now, since they're no longer under NBC. Get on House of Villains, honey, and call it a day. Just a mess, y'all. Maybe she can get on Baddies and be a house mom. Who watches E? Well, I mean, the House of Villains has a big fan base. I don't watch House of Villains. A to-be check is still a check. She's a huge liability. New York versus Kenya, that would get viewers. Isn't House of Villains on Peacock? I thought it was on E. We TV will give her a show. Oh, House of Villains is on Peacock now? Oh, never mind then. Okay, never mind. Well, they moved it from, okay, so never mind, Kenya. So House of Villains is out for you too now. Use a House of Villains with all the has-beens. Tiffany Pollard is not sharing that spotlight. I know. And she's another one. She can't let this go. She's going to stay this caricature of herself till the day, honey. She can't let this go. She's not letting this go. She's going to be 60 and 80 years old, still doing the same old stunts. She can't let this go. Another job bites the dust. Damn. You said grand opening, grand closing. Review RHOP with Carlos King, child. Is WeTV our own? Yeah, honey, they're paying people. WeTV's paying $5,000 an episode. OWN is paying you $1,500 an episode. She better get on the revamped Iyanla Fix My Life and call it a day. Get on TV One, honey. She better get on. Get an episode of Unsung on TV One. Jesus. Kenny needs to call Melody to get her on her network. She about to be on TikTok Live, honey. The CW. Yep, she gonna be like Teresa on TikTok Live selling fake bags. Selling loose bags, honey, like Samad's friend's boyfriend. Selling loose bags, honey, off of Canal Street. You said Unsung is nasty. Baby, she better get, well, you said TV One. TV One plays nothing but, Cosby Show reruns, Good Times, and Unsung every hour on the hour. So she better get on TV One and get an Unsung episode, get her $1,000 for that, and call it a day. Oh, gosh. She can go cry on Iyanla's titties and try to regain public favor, honey. Unsung with no songs, honey. Jesus, you forgot uncensored. Yes, that's what I meant. Uncensored and unsung. Oh, my gosh. Cheaters is taking me. She could be a ghostwriter for Housewives and write their reads. Are soap operas still a thing? Yeah, they're still a thing. It pains me to gag this much over Kenya. Who said Sharknado? Jesus. Oh my gosh, y'all. The Bachelorette or Undercover Boss. She better go get her a Pluto TV original. I'm not playing with y'all. Oh no, maybe Iala can introduce her to a nice bus driver with a pension. Y'all better stop it. Oh my gosh, y'all. She'd be a good Cheaters host. Peter Gunz had that job, and Cheaters ended. Cheaters got canceled after 25 years of being on TV. So Peter Gunz has no job now. Amina's crying homelessness on Instagram Live. He's on IG Live saying how he has no money because he has 11 children and 8 babies' mothers. Just a mess. Child, let me get off this live, honey. Y'all, we're going to end it right here. We're going to end it right here, y'all. We are going to end it right here. Child, just a hot mess. Yes, honey. Yes. She's back. She had to move back to Germany and living with her mother and her 2 sisters. Because that's how broke she is, because no job, can't get a job, and Peter Gunz can't pay anything. What does he have? Child, y'all. Yeah, honey. Yeah, Love Island comes on in 3 minutes, y'all. So let me get ready for that. But guys, we will talk, y'all. We will talk more. We'll talk on Monday. Guys, I'll see you back on here on Monday. We will talk and kiki next week. But y'all have a great rest of your evening. Have a great weekend. And I will see you on Monday. Okay, y'all? There was so much to talk about. We would have been here for 4 hours. But y'all, I will see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Love y'all down. And we will talk on Monday. All right? Bye, guys.